Joining me now is the Israeli Minister of Strategic Affairs, Ron Dermer. Welcome to the National Desk.
Good to be with you.
The Israeli Prime Minister has rejected the call for a ceasefire, saying ground operations make it possible to free hostages, and we saw that happen today. We saw a hostage freed. But what about concerns over the safety of the hostages because of these escalating ground operations? Are you concerned about that at all?
Well, obviously we're concerned because we have 200 hostages that are there, but our assessment is that by doing the ground operation and by increasing pressure on Hamas, we make it more likely to potentially get some sort of hostage deal.
Now, after the Hamas attack that started this war, you said the terrorist groups, this was you in another interview earlier, their fighting capacity had to be crippled, is what you said. And we know now from a Hezbollah senior official telling the New York Times that Hamas has enough supplies to last about 3 to 4 months without resupplying. What is your outlook right now on the fighting as far as Hamas's capabilities and a timeline for all of this?
My outlook is we're winning and we're going to win. And we're going to eliminate Hamas's military capabilities, not just cripple it. Eliminate it. I think we're going to end their rule, their political rule in Gaza, and we're going to ensure that Gaza doesn't present and pose a threat to Israel in the future. We're not going to allow a terror organization to rebuild itself in Gaza anymore. These rounds that we've had, repeated rounds of fighting every 2-3 years in Gaza, that's going to end. This round is going to be the last round, and Israel's going to be victorious.
We've heard of U.S. military assistance in these efforts and maybe in intelligence as well. Can you confirm that and collaborate or cooperate on that a little bit and talk about that collaboration?
Well, the U.S. has been a great partner for us in these last 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, right out of the gate, frankly, President Biden was very clear in drawing a line between good and evil. He called what Hamas did worse than ISIS and sheer evil, and I think that's the tone that we need. We're also appreciative of the package of assistance, of military assistance for Israel to give us the tools that we need to fight this fight. We don't need American boots on the ground, but those tools have been vital. The partnership that we have in Iron Dome that is keeping those rockets from landing on Israeli cities, and the other weapon systems and platforms that we have in order to take this fight to the enemy. So we are very grateful for that assistance. And also the close cooperation and coordination that we've had over the last 3 weeks. I can tell you, Eugene, that I've been speaking to the White House almost every day. I think the President and Prime Minister have spoken maybe 10, 12 times in the last 24 days. I think the cooperation between our two governments has never been higher, and I think people understand that you have a battle right now between the forces of civilization against the forces of barbarism, and civilization has to win.
We're quickly running out of time here, but I do want to sneak this quick question in. You know, there have been so many innocent people killed here. The Israeli government or the military told people to move south within Gaza, but now there's airstrikes in the south. Is there a plan to avoid more civilian deaths, more deaths of innocent people?
Yes, we're trying to do everything to get civilians out of harm's way. What I'm glad to report is that the northern theater where our ground operation is currently taking place, about 90% of the people have left. It started with over 1.1 million people, and most of them have gotten to the south. We asked them to go. We warned them to go. And since our operation started, even more have gone to the south.
But with airstrikes in the south now, where do they go next?
Well, we didn't say that there was a safe zone in all the southern part of Gaza. We said there's a safe zone in a part of Gaza in the south. It's actually on the coast. It's clear where it is. We're getting humanitarian assistance there. But when we have intelligence, when we can take out terrorists, then of course we launch those operations. But in the north, I'm happy to say that the battle right now in the last 3 days has essentially been Israel's military against Hamas terrorists. And that's a fight that, believe me, Israel's military is winning and will win.
Ron Dermer, we appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.